It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys.
Speaking of speaking of sequels and things that are very our brand, you hear what everyone's new issue is?
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about because
I
I
don't know
wanted
what
to talk. I wanted to talk about this.
Let's do it.
The fucking redesign of Lola Bunny.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, hold on. Hold the
Oh.
fucking phone on that. I saw it. I think that people are getting a little too fussy about it because there's not that big of a difference.
Hold on.
Yeah, there is.
I thought
There's
that
enough.
too. I thought that too. But here's the thing. If you do a side-by-side comparison, I have no problem with them giving her a more realistic, like, cut of a uniform. That is totally fine.
Absolutely.
What the problem is, looks like some, like, I'm going to say, like, just started getting into deviant art, doesn't really know how to draw properly, and well, it essentially suffers from god damn it, what's his fucking name? Can't draw ankles. Let me find a picture. You have to see it side by side.
So for the listeners who are unaware, people are upset that the new Lola Bunny isn't hypersexualized anymore.
Right. They toned her
Literally,
down.
they're upset that it's harder for them to jerk off to this rabbit.
So here's the big issues I've got with the new redesign. So first and foremost, when I look at that face, do you know who I see?
Wait,
You're
which
thinking of
face?
the
Left or
squirrel
right?
from Animaniacs?
Nope.
Because
I
that's
have
what I
a feeling
see.
know who he sees.
When I look at fucking this version of Lola Bunny, for some reason, I don't know what it is, it reminds me of Amy Schumer.
Oh,
Oh my
I can see
God.
that.
Like
I
you
can
see what
absolutely-
you
I
see
can
what I'm
absolutely
saying?
see that.
But here's the other issue that I have is in more modern years, they have already done like redesigns for the Looney Tunes, which is fine. I'm fine with the Looney Tune redesigns they do. But the problem is they already have a redesigned version of Lola that's been on TV for a couple of years at this point that they
Really?
could have. Yeah. So it's
And she's actually
I honestly God thought she was only in the Space Jam movie, and I didn't think
oh
they had
no,
her.
they've definitely incorporated her in more Looney Tunes stuff recently. But like, here's the thing is like there should be some consistency because like this is what she looks like in the cartoons now, and like while it's not super
Whoa.
actually that might be from DeviantArt. Hold up.
I was gonna say
Nope, never mind. That's straight from Warner Brothers.
Honestly, that's just not good quality.
Well, it's Cartoon Network TV shows. They're
yeah,
not
it's for Cartoon Network. They changed up the animation style, obviously because they're trying to push them out more.
right. But like the new animation style, honestly, I've watched some of it and it's fucking good quality.
It's good.
It's
I
just-
like it. Anyways, this is what I see with the new Lola Bunny design.
Yeah, I could see the slappy squirrel design, but I mean it's the same company, so who cares?
Yeah.
But
It's just one of those things that I feel like they just kind of took away her uniqueness as far as
Squirrel.
they just made her look super flat. Like just there's no
titties, man.
I don't that doesn't bother me. Like the whole the actual like basketball can we talk about how these uniforms that they've got for the new movie pop? They look really good. The color palettes, that light blue with the orange circle, like asymmetrical design. I just don't like the biggest problem I have with this is purely the quality of the art that they're going for with now granted promotional work, maybe the movie, things will look better or different. I don't know. But
Yeah, I
from
haven't
this
seen it.
one still alone, I'm like, this just looks lazy.
Here's
As
my
far
thing
as
that
like this looks like somebody drew this character, the redesign for Lola in like the course of like a lunch break.
yeah.
Like some
But
guy just sketched on a napkin to get his boss to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. God, get off my back, man. Trying to eat my
Get off
tuna
my-
melt.
get off my dick.
Whereas the originals look like some lonely incel was drawing something that he could jack off to later.
Look, here's the thing: is if we
Look.
got more lonely incels doing artwork for major companies like that, we would have the best fucking films of all time.
Everything would just end up looking like what was that fucking rip off of Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That Cool Water
Oh,
something?
Cool World.
Cool World, that's it.
That's
Dude,
cool.
I won't lie. Cool World has probably one of the best sex scenes I've ever seen in a film.
Jesus.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
So-
All right, here we go.
Cool World was a film that was, like you said, a ripoff of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it was targeted.
But it was real world animation meets like
Oh, the one with Brad
animation.
Pitt.
Yeah, with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, okay. I remember that.
And they really pushed the envelope because there was straight up a sex scene with this cartoon girl and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Brad used to take
Mhm.
such classier roles.
And you know what? I am all about it. Like, I would love to get a proper, like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit remake with just, like, pornographic imagery and all that.
Jesus, Mark.
Do you think he got paper cuts on his ween?
I don't know,
Who?
man. Brad Pitt.
What?
He was fucking.
He was fucking a cartoon. I mean, let's be real here. We're not too far off of this kind of stuff with Jessica Rabbit, dude. Her badonks were like a bad
Badonk.
breeze away from just like falling out of her titties.
Hey,
So,
she's not
some-
bad. She's just drawn that way.
Somewhat similar, or someone in the same field. Can we talk about how great Cameron Diaz looked in The Mask compared
Oh.
to anything she
Oh
did
my
after?
good lord, yes.
Well, here's the thing: is that was her first role.
I know.
Like, what the fuck did I just? I clicked. Oh,
I still to this day think that Cameron Diaz is probably one of the most beautiful women
I don't
that
know.
ever
man.
walked.
I haven't seen her in like any movies recently.
She's
I'm
pretty
actually
much
trying to think of the last
retired
thing I
from
saw her in.
acting.
Oh,
I'm trying to
She's
think of the last thing she
gorgeous.
acted.
she's
the last thing I saw her when was like
okay.
Bad Teacher. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, yeah. And Brendan, for me, it's her lips. It's her mouth is too wide, and her lips are too thin.
I just think she's.
And I'm not trying to be like mean or anything. It's just she's got a really wide mouth.
I don't think there's anything wrong with her mouth. It's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Who was the rabbit from Zootopia?
Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps?
Hotter, Judy Hopps or Lola Bunny?
Um,
All right, how about this? Who's better in the sack, Judy Hopps or Lola Bunny?
Jesus. Judy. Okay.
No, you know what? I'm gonna disagree with you there, Brandon.
I
Here's
was just,
why.
I was just,
You
I,
don't think Jesus?
I just threw something out just to be funny. I didn't mean it, Mark. Jesus Christ.
Brandon, I'm gonna disagree with you, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. Okay.
I don't care.
All right, great. So here we go. So first of all, this is purely just from the film standpoint. I'm not even going to get into like DeviantArt and shit like that. Lola Bunny definitely uses her feminine wiles throughout the film, whereas Judy Hopps does not. She's a cop. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted right now.
Why? Why are you distracted?
What do you need deleted off the screen, bro?
I don't really want to admit to what I'm distracted by.
Whoa.
Those are some big old titties.
I mean, you know, she's dribbling.
Anyway, during Space Jam, Lola even uses her her physical appearance, her attractiveness to distract bugs. She's very well aware of that. Judy Hopps, not once throughout the film, did anything even remotely close to that.
So you think because somebody doesn't do that, that they don't know how to be sexy or how to
behave in the bedroom, in the boudoir.
Brandon, let's be real here. Who's sexier, you or me?
me?
Exactly. And do you know why? Because you know how to use your manly charms. I don't. And I feel like I would be a much sexier lay if we're being real here.
I don't know, Mark. Sometimes it's the quieter ones that really surprise you in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. You know what? That's a good point. I'll give you that. I'll give you that point. But here's my counter argument. Do you see those fucking titties right there?
Mark, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay. So actually, I do have something on the topic of Lola Bunny.
OnlyFans.
I have the most conflicting. So I'm rocking a dual screen setup right now, and I have the most
I so
I
thought you
thought you were
were
going to be like, I'm rocking a raging boner right
yeah.
now.
No, I've got a dual screen thing going on right now, and I've got Cameron Diaz on one and Lola and Judy Hopps on the other, and I'm just like, what the fuck's happening?
and a skin rocket in the middle.
Speaking of raging boners, so this is
You don't have to expound on that topic.
no, I want to.
Talk about South Korean again.
So yesterday was just a shit day at work for me. Like I like we're short staffed on Saturdays as it is, but we had like half of the department call out.
Really concerned about where this is going.
I was gonna say that was my quick interrupt. Mark's whole thing is
Raging boner and work.
Speaking of raging boners, it was a rough day at work yesterday.
Anyway, let me just tell my fucking story, you titty. So I got off of work and I'm laying in bed.
Figuring out where this is going.
And I had a fucking raging hard-on for like 4 hours afterwards.
You should have gone to a doctor.
Oh, it wasn't Viagra, so I wasn't worried about it. But like, I have never.
Supposed to go to a doctor, bro.
Well, no, okay. Well, you know what? Just because
No,
it's
seriously.
just because it's still hard, it doesn't mean it's a problem.
It's purple.
Actually, the thing
It
is,
really
bro,
hurts.
that's when priapism can start.
Ew.
Yeah.
Is that where you start bleeding out of the side of your dick?
No, that's where your dick is stuck up to the point where you have to put a syringe in it to get it down.
Yeah, I'm not going to the doctor to get a needle stuck in my dick, Jeff.
Yes. That's why at 4 hours you go to the doctor so they can do the things that can let you get your dick going down before they stick a needle in it.
Okay, so for 3 hours and 59 minutes, I had a raging hard-on. Okay, is that better? We'll just say that so I don't have to go to a doctor and get a needle stuck in my dick.
Wait, are you still dealing with it?
Dicks.
No, I'm not. I don't still have a raging hard-on. God damn.
Hey, you never know.
I tickled my prostate and it went away.
That sounds right.
Anyway,
Brand.
I don't even remember where my fucking story was going now.
Rock hard boner.
Right, I had a rock hard boner. I've never had that, and it was weird because I was just laying in bed looking at memes, and I'm like, I have no idea why I'm so goddamn hard right now. And then I've told you guys that my oldest nephew doesn't quite understand the concept of knocking on the door before entering, right?
You told us that none of your nieces or nephews do.
No, see, my other two that live with me are really good about knocking now because I've yelled at them enough times. My oldest one, it doesn't click. So because I know that he doesn't remember and he's on no medication right now, I've just gotten in the habit of locking my door, which
Very
is
smart.
easy. And so I'm laying in bed with a fucking throbbing hard on, and I just hear this loud thump as he runs face first into my door. And I'm just like, hey bud, what's going on? What's going on? And he's like, hey, can I come in? I was like, not right now. Not a good time. And yeah.
Oh,
And then so I went to bed early last night because I knew we were waking up ass early for this. Like I went to bed at like 9 o'clock, 9:30, somewhere in that range. And I told everybody like, hey, I'm going to bed early. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock to do the podcast. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, no problem. Apparently my oldest nephew forgot that I was going to bed early because he, and I forgot to lock my door before I went to sleep because he just came barreling in at like 10:15, like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, right now I'm reaching for the nearest thing that I can throw at you. But yeah, so he just came barging in at like 10:15, like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, well, up until about 12 seconds ago, I was fast asleep. And he's like, oh, do you want to duel? I'm like, get the fuck out. And
Okay,
then
I say every time that he barges into your room without knocking, you change his alarm clock to super early in the morning.
I would totally, actually, you know what? That's not a fucking bad idea.
Pavlov the shit out of this kid, man.
Well, well, as much as I would love to do that just to fuck with him, I can't because as it is, he doesn't sleep sleep because of his medication. So like his circadian rhythm is all kinds of fucked up.
And then just slap him. Nope, I got it. Okay. So old school. Speaking of Pavlov, get a squirt bottle full of water.
Ooh.
Get a fucking super soaker.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. Just keep a little water bottle full of hasidic acid.
I was going to say Malort.
Wait, not hasidic. Hasidic's a
I
thing.
was gonna say
Hasidic's a different thing. Holy shit.
Acidic acid. That's the stuff that's been blessed by a rabbi, right?
I mean, sure. I have a question.
Yeah.
Kosher.
We have had comic books for what, like almost 100 years at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How the
Technically longer.
Right. Let me phrase that. We've had superhero comic books for almost 100 years now.
Where are you going with this, bro?
How the fuck has there never been a superhero called the Acidic Jew?
Well, there's
Because
the
it
Hebrew
would
hammer.
be considered anti-Semitic.
How? If you refer to a Hasidic Jew, it's not anti-Semitic.
No, but if you make a superhero based around that, it just
Okay.
That's like
Here's-
it's
saying,
ill-advised.
that's like saying the Italian butcher.
Oh,
That's a superhero, you know? Like you just take like a stereotype of a race and you're like, it's a superhero, as opposed to like that's a part of their character.
Hmm.
That's why the Jewish superhero is called the Hebrew Hammer.
You know what? I stand corrected. There is a character named the Acidic Jew.
Oh no.
No.
oh.
Oh, it's so early for us to get canceled.
Who makes it?
Hold up. I'm pulling it up. Judging by the art style, it's a fairly well recognized comic book character
I would
or
say
company. Hold up. Looks like it was Image.
he's not sending it.
Man, get fucked.
Jesus, that guy looks like he belongs in a Jonah Hex book.
So it was done by Top Cow Publishing.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
So
Damn it!
Image.
Top Cow stole my idea for the Acidic Jew.
You're not original, is what we're finding out.
Brandon, neither are you.
Nope.
Hey guys, if you just can't get enough of Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SR Sleepy Boys. Or you can check out our YouTube channel, Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys. You can also find us on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor, Breaker Radio, and coming soon, Apple Podcasts.